Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Living with Keisha. So today I wanted to have a little girl chat with you all. We're gonna talk about some unpopular opinions and also just voice my opinion on some stuff. So let's get into the video. Okay, so first things first, I'm gonna start off a little slow. Let's talk about self-care. Self-care is a really big thing. I think everybody should do it no matter what, whether it's go get a massage, go get your hair done, go get your lashes done, go get your nails done. I feel like everybody should be able to go do that. Unfortunately, not everybody can afford it. I would say find somebody that's within your budget and, you know, put some money to the side here and there when it's time for work and all that good stuff. And you can find somebody definitely in your budget during that time, because there's always people learning new techniques, new ways of like doing services. So you could find somebody somewhere in your budget that is willing to offer that service for you with, you know, your budget. So next thing is next. I'm gonna erase these as we go through them. So I'm trying to get my pen. Please don't fall. Okay, so let's see. So we're gonna erase self-care because we went over that. Next is makeup. I feel like, in my opinion, makeup should be a thing that people should feel comfortable with doing. People always say, you know, if you wear makeup, that means you're not comfortable in your own skin, which honestly, that's not the case. I feel like if somebody's not comfortable in their own skin, they're gonna change, you know, what they're uncomfortable with, you know. So I feel like letting people express how they feel within their makeup, their hair, their nails, or whatever the case may be, that's freedom of speech. Let them be free to say what they want to say with their makeup. You know, if they want to wear crazy makeup that day, let them wear crazy makeup. If they don't blend correctly, don't tell them that. You know, I always say, don't tell somebody something that you can't fix in 30 seconds. They can't fix that in 30 seconds. So why even, you know, voice that opinion? So that's just my opinion on that. Next, I would say meal prepping and working out are really big things. Meal prepping is really good whenever you are busy during the week and you know that you're going to not have time to make yourself lunch, cook, or anything like that. Lunch is a really big thing that you want to stay consistent with doing. You don't want to not eat while you're at work or anything like that, because then you eventually get dehydrated. Well, not dehydrated, but you start feeling lightheaded if you're not eating or drinking water or anything like that. So always make sure that you either meal prep it or you know what you're gonna eat for that day. Don't skip a meal. For sure, don't skip a meal. Working out is a good thing. I don't like working out at the gym because I feel uncomfortable. I've been in many situations where I just felt uncomfortable and I didn't want to go back. So I do it at home now, and it still works for me. So I would say get you like a little cute yoga mat, and then get you like a weight ball. Get you some weights, even get you something that you know that you're going to use. So get you some of that and you'll be good to go. Boom. Hot girl summer coming up. Depression is a really big thing, and I think it's not really talked about. I feel like it should be talked about more, instead of people always saying like, oh, you're just stressed, or oh, you just probably need to go to therapy. I feel like therapy is, I'm not gonna say a joke, but from my experience, I don't recommend therapy, because I feel like they would just want to put you on pain medication or pills to just make you feel some type of way, when all you're trying to do is voice how you're feeling. And people get so addicted to medicine in nowadays that I feel like they're just doing it just to make money at this point. And that's just my opinion, like I said, from experience. So I just feel like if you feel like that you do have depression, find something that can get you out of it, or find something that can keep you consistent with not having depression. For example, working out, writing your journal, listening to a podcast, going walking, something that can get you out of that funk. I know everybody's depression is different. When I get depressed, I know what works for me is I go take a hot shower. I give myself 30 minutes to cry about it, stress about it, whatever in that moment, so I can get out of that. I would say get cute, put your makeup on, do your hair, go out, whether it's to the grocery store, to the hair store, whatever the case may be, do it. That definitely helps me. Walking also helps as well. So those are a couple of things that you could try and see how you like that. I feel like depression is really not talked about a lot. I feel like when people say they're depressed, the first thing people recommend is, oh, go talk to somebody. When I feel like that shouldn't always be the first thing to say. I feel like people should be more interested to see why that person is depressed, or why do they feel like that, why do they have suicidal thoughts. I don't know, it's just something that I think I have more heart to want to listen to, just so they don't feel like nobody's listening to them and they feel like they have to go actually talk to a therapist just to get their point across. I feel like somebody should be willing to listen to somebody's thoughts, feelings, let them cry it out, you know, take them to the gun range, whatever the case may be. Maybe not the gun range, because they may be a little angry. But yeah, so I feel like just take them somewhere, you know, take them on an ice cream date, just so y'all can talk, chit chat, you know, get those feelings out, just so they can feel heard in general. Let's talk about being a housewife in a relationship. I can't really say too much on, well, I guess I can, because I was in two different situations where I was a housewife in one relationship and it was a bad relationship and abusive, and I was also in a relationship where it was a good relationship and it was not, you know, not abusive, but you know, it was also stressful and stuff because I am an entrepreneur. So, you know, being a housewife, quotation, it can get hard sometimes, for sure. But I feel like when you have a partner that definitely helps out where you lack, or where you are, you know, not being up to your normal self, they can pick up where you are lacking. I feel like that's a good thing, because if you're gonna be a housewife in that household and take care of your man, your wife, I feel like they should still help where you still need help at. For example, I cook, they clean. If I'm the one taking care of the house, you should be the one taking out the trash, or you should be the one sweeping, putting the clothes in the laundry, you know, something like that. So, but yeah, we can always go into more detail as far as what it consists of being a housewife, if you gotta take an application to be a housewife. Another one would be having a job that you love. I feel like this is a big one, and that can sometimes lead to depression also. I was at a job that I hated, and it was during COVID, and it was definitely not worth having. After a while, because once COVID came, they were more focused on the money versus the people that was there. And it was just like, you do this, you do this, you do that. But if we didn't meet a quota, we all got in trouble. So it became to the point where I was very, very sad from just like going in and then getting off work. I brought that home. And eventually my boyfriend was like, just quit. It's okay, just quit. Just go ahead and sign up for eyelash school and just quit. And I was like, okay. And that's what I did. Because I was just waiting for his okay to tell me that we were going to be okay in the household. And that's another reason why I did stay. Because, I mean, you know, if we're 2-house income, we're going to drop down to a 1-house income. And I'm going to go to school and spend this money to go to school. So I think I just needed that validation that we were going to be okay to be able to quit. If you feel like that you want to go be your own boss, do that. Find what you love. Find what you want to do, whether it's hair, makeup, lashes, nails, build websites, build flyers, make logos. You find what works for you and you go from there. Because at the end of the day, we only live once. You are your own person and nobody can tell you what to do. Unless they pay your bills. But nobody should still tell you what to do, even if they pay your bills or not. You should do what you want to do because you've grown. And this is your life that you have to live. So, do what you want. Do what you love. And eventually, that lifestyle will come for you. If you want to live a luxury lifestyle, you know what you got to do. Make luxury money to live that luxury lifestyle. So, dress code. I feel like as a teenager, dress code should be talked about a lot. I feel like that it should not be frowned upon if a little girl, or not a little girl, I would say if a girl 14, 15, 16, 17 is wearing shorts, no man should feel the need to say, oh, she needs to go put some longer pants on. No, you need to mind your business and turn your head away, because that's disgusting. I feel like abuse should be talked about at an early age, especially with young girls, because you never know what situation you're going to be put into when you're not around other people, when you're not around your family to protect you or anything like that. I feel like young girls should be taken to a gun range at an early age. Guys are taken to a gun range at an early age. Why can't females be taken to a gun range at an early age, just so they can know how to protect themselves or know how to defend themselves. Take them to a defense class. Don't even have to be a gun range, but just take them somewhere to the point to where they would feel comfortable if something was that was to happen. They would not feel like stuck or timid. Like, they wouldn't just freeze up. They would like, oh, you gonna do that? Okay, well, I'm gonna do this, So I feel like that should be talked about at an early age as far as what to do if this situation was to happen. So that's just what I think, what I feel. Women's health should be talked about a lot, for sure. I think that is a topic that a lot of people feel embarrassed to talk about, which it shouldn't be an embarrassment, because we're all women. We should all feel comfortable talking about our bodies. Even when you go to the doctor's office, I feel like there should be a safe zone there. Some places are not safe zones, and that honestly sucks. And I feel like as a Black woman, I've been reading like the statistics, oh my god, for when women go in to give birth at the hospital, what happens. And it always says that there's a higher rate for Black women to get preeclampsia, because the people that are like their doctors or the nurses don't believe that because their blood pressure is high or their heart rate's high or whatever it causes to be preeclampsia. They don't really believe them. They just say, oh, that's just because you just had a baby. Like, you didn't even attempt to look into that. Black women have the highest percentage to get preeclampsia other than anybody else, and die from that. So yeah. College. I feel like, backtrack. Abortions. I feel like people should have their own opinion. Abortions are abortions, and somebody want to have an abortion, that's their business and not nobody else's business, especially a man. Nobody should be telling somebody how to take care of their body, especially when an abortion actually helps save people's lives. And also, sometimes people need an abortion, especially if they're raped and stuff like that, and nobody wants to carry a baby that reminds them of the person that raped them. So if they want to get an abortion, let them get an abortion. That's their business, their body. Nobody should be trying to tell somebody that they don't need to get an abortion because they was raped and that's a gift from God. No, stop doing that. Next topic, college. I feel like college is not for everybody. I feel like older people need to realize that. Nowadays, people don't want to go to college. Not everybody wants to go to college. That's not a thing nowadays, I should say, as far as you're either going to go to college or you're not going to be successful. That's absolutely false, because you can be an entrepreneur and still be successful. So I feel like people need to mind their business again and let people do what they want to do. If that person don't want to go to college, that is their business. If they want to go to college back in the future, let them do that. They're going to make that mistake. We are young and we need to make mistakes on our own and learn from those mistakes. That way we can double back. If we want to go to college, we go to college. If we don't want to go to college, we don't have to go to college. Find what works good for you and what you love to do. Period. Dating outside of your race. I feel like this topic needs to be talked about a lot. I grew up in a Black household, all Black. So whenever talking about dating outside of our race was a topic, it was really frowned upon because my dad's side of the family didn't agree with that. And it's funny because a lot of my cousins dated outside of their race when they brought somebody home, and my family really didn't like that. My mom's side didn't care at all, honestly, but I always ask my mom, you know, like, why do they not want people to date outside the race? And she was like, oh, that's just the way that they grew up and stuff like that. But honestly, let's have some mixed babies in this life. I feel like it pisses off a lot of older white people, and that makes me kind of happy, because you should not be a bitter old white Karen for what, or black Karen. People have babies with black, Mexican, red, blue, yellow, orange people nowadays, and that's norm. I think that should be more of a norm than what it is now. Like, if you see somebody with a black kid and they're white, don't just frown upon it. That's, then mind your own business. The topic of this today is to mind your own business. Next topic, waxing. I feel like waxing is a good thing to do. If you do not get waxed, go get waxed. That is like the best thing anybody can tell you to go do. Go get waxed. It will change your life. You won't want to shave no more, I promise you. Go get a wax. If you go get a wax, if you're watching this video and you decide to book your wax appointment and you go get a wax appointment, let me know how that wax go. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's gonna be a little painful that first go around, but after that, they give you some products that you need to use. They tell you how often you need to come. Girl, you gonna be a pro at it. Chef kiss. Blind dates. I did a couple of blind dates in the past. I used to be on Tinder, and used to have some blind dates. They weren't bad, and I'm grateful that they weren't bad, especially like because since they were blind dates, who knows what I would have, you know, come in contact with, if they would have been crazy and they stalked me for the rest of my life. So I went on two blind dates. I think it was one, because after that first one I was like, no, it's okay. I couldn't do that no more. But it was fun. It was cool. I would never do it again if I had that choice option or whatever. I'd rather meet somebody in person, you know, see them a couple of times at the grocery store, them ask me out, instead of like doing a blind date and then us talking on the phone. Like, that's so, I would say weird, even though I did do it. That's very weird and that's very strange. Like, I'm telling you my life, or I'm telling you what I want, you know, whatever the case may be, and you can seem all good and dandy, but you can still be cuckoo. No more of those. No. Dates alone, like going on dates, like to the movies, to out to eat, I feel like those are needed. That kind of ties in with self-care. I feel like that's a good thing to do whenever, you know, you're trying to find yourself, you just got a relationship. Do it whenever you're in a relationship, but like, it's best, always better whenever you're not in a relationship, because at that point you just got out of that relationship and you're trying to figure out what works for you and what you like to do. Blah blah blah. Dates alone, 10 out of 10. It makes you appreciate your time more, and also it makes you appreciate when somebody else comes into your life, or not, I won't say appreciate, it makes you know your worth, so when somebody does come into your life, they will know to appreciate that as well, and they won't like frown upon you or what you live for, you know. So next is making new friends. I'm very bad at making new friends, and I know I'm bad at it, but I feel like at the age that I'm in, I'm 24, the age that I'm in, I feel like making new friends nowadays, I don't know, I'm not gonna say it's pointless, but it's just kind of weird. Like, hi, my name is Keisha, what's your name, what you do? I feel like when you make friends, I feel like making friends at a younger age is always better, because that way you know somebody, you've grown up with them, you know. I don't know, that's just me, and I'm weird about it. It's okay, but I don't know, I just don't see myself making new friends unless somebody meet me at the grocery store and we bump baskets and we just hit it off like that. Unless they turn out to be crazy like the Lifetime movies, we ain't got time for that. The talking stage. I feel like the talking stage should not even be a stage, because of what we just talking for. You taking me on dates, we going to the movies, we going out to eat, blah blah blah. Why we need a talking stage? Because technically, if we still in a talking stage, that means you can still go talk to other people. We haven't even made it official and you can still talk to other people. I didn't call feelings for you. We didn't done all this other stuff together and you still in the talking stage? No. Jesus. I feel like if we gonna start dating, or if we going out to eat and we doing other stuff, we are not in the talking stage. There's no talking stage. I feel like talking stage is so high school. Like there shouldn't even be a talking stage in general. But if you want to categorize it, it's a high school. There should be no talking stages. None. Dating older men. It's a lit. I 10/10 recommend it. When I met my significant other, in my defense, I did not know he was older than me. So when he said older, I was like, okay, like, you know, that ain't nothing. Turns out he was like 29, 28. And I was like, oh. Just met him when I had turned 20. That was the oldest person I've ever dated since I started dating, like just in general. So that was very new to me. But I would definitely say it's also fun because 9 times out of 10, he's always the one to pay anywhere we go. Whether it's the gas station, the movie theater, anything like that, out to eat, he's always the one to pay. So, all them young ladies out there that are ready for an older man, go find somebody nice, handsome, treat you right, and you won't regret it. Dating your zodiac sign. I won't say I won't recommend this, but what I will say is when you date your zodiac sign, 9 times out of 10, y'all gonna hit hits all the time. You gonna have it good when it's good, but when it get bad, oh, it's gonna be bad. I almost dated my zodiac sign in high school, but that was a different story. Now I date my zodiac sign, well, 4 years in, and it's not bad. I love that man to death, but I do feel like sometimes I be wanting to knock his head off. And I'm pretty sure he feel the same way too, because we always both have to be right. Like, if you are an Aquarius, you already know, okay, a January Aquarius dating a February Aquarius, it mixes because we 2 different months. So we got 2 different, like, the sun, the moon, whatever that thing is called. But I feel like we still want to be right. And with him being older, it's like, oh, because I'm older, I know this stuff. Like, no, you gonna hear what I have to say. And with me, I feel like I want you to know why I feel like, I want you to know how I feel, why I feel. And I want to voice my opinion, no matter if we've already discussed it or not. I still feel the need to say something. So, that is what it is. But, I mean, it ain't nothing bad, you know. But, yeah, those are my girl talk of this video. If you want to talk about anything else, let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you all next time.